Chanting your name? Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for Miss Rachel from Charlotte, North Carolina? At this time, I'm going to ask that you rise in honor of our country with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you sing by the dawn's early light? What's the
Welcome to this HotSpots.com TNA release. We are in Mooresville, North Carolina at Lake Norman High School, and it is kicking off with a bang earlier than we anticipated. We're about 5 minutes away from our scheduled bell time. We called it in the spirit of Memorial Day. We had a volunteer out of the crowd to sing the anthem, and Team Canada's Petey Williams has interrupted the start of the show. Brad Stutz in the commentary in the high spots. Skybox along with Grant Sawyer, and back from his TNA hiatus, Jeff Harris.
Well, it wasn't no vacation, Brad. I was just hanging out at that Ultimate Experience before the show, and it got a little wild. I couldn't make it back up to the Skybox.
I think Petey's going to sing for us.
And making his way to the ring, representing Team USA National Champion, Sabin!
And thankfully, Petey Williams' rendition of his national anthem is being interrupted as well.
Well, it looks like two superstars from the X Division are going to kick things off. A little bit of an abrupt start to the evening. As I said, we are at Lake Norman High School in Mooresville, North Carolina. The very first time for TNA Wrestling in the great wrestling state of North Carolina. And gentlemen, it has been a very tumultuous few weeks in TNA since we last joined you on a UWF event. The World X Cup has come and gone. We'll get back to that in this contest, I'm sure. Kevin Nash has resurfaced, and Slammiversary, the anniversary pay-per-view, is only a few weeks away, featuring King of the Mountain 3.
As far as Petey Williams and Chris Sabin are concerned, the X Cup is far from over because these are the two of the athletes that define everything the X division is about.
It was just a few weeks ago on pay-per-view, Petey Williams survived the X Division Gauntlet to put 5 points on the board for Canada and cause a tie in the X Cup, the World X Cup. It was decided that Team Canada captain Petey Williams and Team USA captain Chris Sabin would face off in a singles contest to determine the World X Cup. Sabin came out the victor, and you've got to believe that Petey is looking for revenge.
And that's where we find ourselves now here in Mooresville, a rematch of that World X Cup Championship deciding match. Chris Sabin and Petey Williams, and you better believe Memorial Day weekend, everybody in Mooresville is behind the USA captain, Sabin.
Well, I tell you, Petey did not do anything to redeem himself to these fans here in the heart of the Carolinas. Sabin up and over.
Going for the powerbomb on the outside, but instead, Petey hangs on and drives straight down with a leg drop.
You know, Brad, I was in that ultimate experience earlier tonight where the fans get to meet all the wrestlers, get their autographs and everything. They serve you a lot of food, and I understand you missed out again.
They had another one of those?
They had one, Brad, but I found out why you wasn't invited. They were afraid that Petey wearing that red jersey to him, you might mistake him for a shrimp, dip him in some cocktail sauce and try to eat him.
He is kind of tiny.
Petey Williams taking the action back in the ring, hammering away on Sabin.
That right cross is nothing to scoff at, though. Petey Williams, the Team Canada captain for a reason, survived the bout against Jushin Thunder Liger and the CTU and came back to win the X Division Gauntlet and put Team Canada on the board in the World X Cup Finals. Cover only gets 2, and gentlemen, we've talked several times about the reputation of the UWF officiating staff. Another very big acquisition, former WCW referee Jamie Tucker making his debut.
Tucker came out of the Omega Federation, originally where he was a referee at. Did an excellent job, and so many great athletes started in Omega and made the big time. And one of those will be in the main event tonight, Jeff Hardy.
Petey, big backbreaker, cover. Jamie right there, but only a count of 2.
Energetic crowd in Mooresville certainly getting on the case of Petey Williams, who's finally become distracted by their constant chanting at him.
It is a high level of energy from these fans that have braved the elements to join us in Mooresville. I hear there was a tornado that touched down a couple of miles from the building earlier this afternoon, around 6 o'clock this evening.
That's exactly right, but the fans just keep pouring in here in Mooresville. Traffic for the race, traffic for Memorial Day weekend. But they're here tonight for this TNA total non-stop action.
Something very fitting about a tornado touching down just a few miles away from the 6-sided ring of TNA.
That's a great analogy. As the X Division athletes kicking things off, 2 of the prize students of the X Division, the prize students of the game.
Now we've got Petey Williams trying to slow things down. He was going with all the high-flying action. Nothing could get a pinfall on Chris Sabin. Now he's going down to the basics, got a rear chin lock, trying to cut that wind flow out, make it possible to score a pin.
I think I would call Petey the more physically intense of these 2 guys. Maybe the harder hitter, definitely stockier in build. And he is bringing that intensity, that Team Canada intensity into this contest as he just took all the air out of the sternum of Chris Sabin.
Both are really incredibly conditioned. The thing with these 2 athletes is it can end in 5 seconds or it can end in a half hour.
Oh, he's going to sing again for us, men. Signs off a little early. Chris Sabin, undoubtedly thankful for that.
Thankfully he wasn't mic'd on that one.
Petey Williams, no stranger to bending the rules. Team Canada, he came out here and interrupted the national anthem. I wouldn't expect anything less from someone like that.
Well, what a rotten attitude for Petey Williams. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's a great time to celebrate everything that's great about the country. What a rotten attitude from Petey Williams.
He walks around with a chip on his shoulder. The bad thing is that chip's almost as big as he is.
Petey Williams,
But the
once
thing
again, definitely has not endeared himself to anyone here in TNA.
But despite his attitude, he is the practitioner of the most feared finishing maneuver in all professional wrestling currently, the Canadian Destroyer, as these fans are encouraging Sabin back to his feet, off the ropes, under one clothesline, one from behind. Here's a count, but only a 2.
That was great wrestling from Sabin. He ate that knee to the gut earlier and avoided it this time, but put a kick right in the forehead of Petey Williams.
That was a jumping roundhouse kick right to the face. You talk about changing the momentum of a match. You catch a shot like that right in the mud, brother, it's going to change everything about this match.
Referee laying a countdown on both athletes. Sabin has all the momentum in the world right now with these fans behind him, if he can just find some way to capitalize on it.
I mean, it echoed off the walls here at Lake Norman High School.
Sabin with a diving elbow right to the face, but didn't catch it full strength.
Stops the foot of Petey Williams.
Sabin having a little fun at Petey's expense. Drop kicks the knee. Double guns and a big time. Double feet to the face.
It might be a good time for Petey Williams to take a powder because he's right for the pickage right now.
Chris Sabin finding his groove. Unique takedown into a pinning predicament.
He tried to do that move that Shocker does, who we've seen in TNA, specifically in the World X Cup, tagging with Magno, my good friend from El Paso.
Stuffs him on the powerbomb. Here's the count. Chris Sabin cannot hold the shoulders of Petey Williams down.
2 and 3/4 on the near fall.
Doesn't get much closer than that. Sabin thought he had it. All these fans in Mooresville thought he had it. And I did too with that turnaround, sit-out powerbomb.
But Chris Sabin cannot let a 2 count discourage him at this point. He still has Petey in the palm of his hand.
Dueling chance. Petey Williams, the athleticism of the Team Canada captain, has won over some of these fans. And Petey
caught Sabin coming in all the way around. Sweet neckbreaker.
There's a Russian leg sweep by Petey Williams. What a nice move.
It was great wrestling from Williams, like him or not. He was on his game, and now he appears to be setting up for his moneymaker.
He's going for the claw. No. The Canadian Destroyer. Okay, I got you, Brad. I got you.
Does not get it. Roll through.
Sharpshooter, going for the sharpshooter. He's got it down in the center of the 6-sided ring.
Petey Williams has got Sabin trapped. Sabin will have to escape. He is not near the ropes at all. He will have to escape or tap.
Tremendous positioning by Petey Williams, and Chris Sabin looks to be just seconds away from tapping out of this one.
Sabin made such a great move countering that Canadian Destroyer, turned it into a pinfall situation, but Petey Williams rolled through and was able to set up for the submission hold that has Sabin so close, but he makes the ropes.
Petey just barely makes the rope.
Amazing heart and determination by Chris Sabin to power his way out of that sharpshooter by Petey.
And now Petey is visibly frustrated. He's lost his cool for the first time in the contest.
But much like we saw with Sabin earlier, Petey cannot let that get him distracted, get him away from the mission at hand. Runs right into the kick by Sabin.
Boy, Sabin caught him, looked like right in the rib cage.
Sabin with the big boot right to the face in the corner. I'm telling you what, he's had the most success tonight with his feet. I don't know if he's had martial arts training, but he's definitely delivered it tonight.
And Petey is stuck in what they used to call the tree of woe.
He's going to give him some payback, I believe here, Brad.
How many times have we seen Petey Williams put his opposition in the corner?
Jumping, drop kick. I love Negro Casas from Mexico. I've seen him do it so many times, and I got to tell you, Sabin did a mighty good job doing it himself.
Well, he didn't just jump, he floated into that drop kick. Cradle shock. No. Williams avoids the contact. Center of the ring. No. Sabin got the cradle shock, but Williams goes to the eyes.
Incredible jockeying position by both athletes. Both of them going for their finisher, and neither man being able to lock it in. Canadian Destroyer!
And Sabin is seeing stars.